Everybody knows Mark Duplass and his brother Jay as kind of these indie darlings who created their own genre, writer, director, actors. And that is true. But Mark Duplass also helped me launch my podcast. He and I were working together on Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton. And I had been planning to launch my podcast, 10,000 No's, for, I don't know, maybe 8 months. And I was hemming and hawing. I had spoken to sound engineers about how to do it technically. I had thought about what the content was going to be, who the guests were going to be, and everything. And this first day of shooting with Mark, we started talking. And he and his brother Jay, they have a book about collaborating, and they're within the entertainment industry, the film industry, they're really well known. And Mark said to me, I said, yeah, I'm hemming and hawing. I was talking to him about my writing. I said, I'll take forever. I'll keep rewriting. And he goes, oh, you're like my brother Jay. He said, the joke in our house is that, Jay will write, 95% of the greatest screenplay ever written. And I, Mark Duplass, will write, 30 mediocre films in a year. And he's like, I just get it done. Jay is really detail oriented. He said, but I realized that I just got to get it 80% there, and then someone else can come in and help me get the next 20%. So I tell him about the podcast. I'm hemming and hawing, and he goes, you just got to go pull the trigger. You just got to do it. You got to pull the trigger. So we have that conversation. The next day, it's 4th of July. My family's on the East Coast. I lived on the West Coast at the time. And I had my laptop and my microphone set up in an office in the back of our property. And I had his advice, pull the trigger. And I just went out there, and I had been thinking and strategizing and analyzing so much. And instead, I just had the mic, I hit record, and I started talking about what I wanted the podcast to be, who I was, what my idea was. And I ended up riffing for like 18 minutes. I hit stop. I sent it to the editor, and I said, that's episode 1. I launched it. It ended up building, ended up getting a book deal out of it for 10,000 No's as well. And it all goes back to that Mark Duplass advice. Just pull the trigger, take the leap, and let the rest work itself out.